All right, hi everybody. Ben Myers back here. I know we're taking most of the month of July off, but got a little bit of time here. It's July 5th, so draft just came out yesterday, so I figured I'd put together a draft video here just to keep everybody interested in what we're doing over here on the website. And I this is my second draft ever. I did one just to kind of get the feel of the mechanics and how everything works. And yeah, it's a cool new way to play the game. So let's jump into a draft here. I still got the tickets here. I'm using my other ticket. Okay, so first you're presented with your first three that you want to play as, and I'm gonna take the British. Two Lancaster bombers or a 14 pounder. Well, finishers are pretty easily replaced. And these Lancasters, they take up two slots and they're super expensive. Hampton, I've never really liked the Hampton, so I'll take this 14 pounder. Let's start there. Ooh, Skuas are nice though. Alright, so we got some mid range stuff here. Blockade, I don't think has enough impact on the game, just having one. Two Skuas though. Yeah, let's go with two Skuas. Okay, now a tough pick here. Albacore is out. That's not high impact enough. Both Lightning and Grenadier Guards are very, very good though. Grenadier Guards helps us out a lot. We don't really have a ton of tempo right now. I think we're going to be playing the longer game as is. Tough pick here. I'm going to go Grenadier Guards. Alright, our ally. Who do we want as our ally here? Well, Japan could help us go this route. I think I'm going to go USA though. Germany, Britain sometimes works pretty good, but I'm going to go USA. Oh, okay. So now we get a choice between three ramps with the War Machine, and we already have some good 4 stuff. A super solid unit in the Marine Regiment, and 463rd, at least to me, just isn't impactful enough. So do we want to go ramp, or do we want to go with a solid unit? We'll go with a solid unit here. War Machine just doesn't do enough to the it's good, but I just don't see it. That was a tough pick. I could see going either way there. I just like having the security of just a rock solid unit than potentially not drawing those War Machines. All right, we get lucky here. We get a little lightning action back, so we'll take a lightning. Ooh, okay. Desert Rats or a Convoy. And the P40 is not bad, but we don't really need it. We had a good unit already. We don't have any card draw. We don't have any removal orders yet. The Americans have some good card draw later on. I think we can replace these convoys. I think the Desert Rats is a little more valuable for what we're trying to do. Our curve looks pretty expensive right now, and I think Desert Rats helps us get there a little bit better. Alright, precision bombings or another Skua and fill up on the Skuas, or these naval bombardments. All three play into our game plan. Naval bombardment's a little defensive though, and these precision bombings, they need bombers to go with them. I think I'm going to take another Skua, just another good unit. Land of the Free, again, just not very impactful. Tactical Withdrawal, I think, is almost almost non-playable. I really don't like Tactical Withdrawal. For the King is narrow, but it is removal. And we are light again. We don't have any tanks, and I don't think we're going to be getting any really good tanks. Land of the Free, if we were Fury deck might be cool, but I'm going to go with the removal order for the King. Okay. Ooh. Alright, so we got some stuff here. This is a tough pick. Here. Another Lightning, which would be really good. We've seen all the Lightnings. These engineers battalion's really good, but I think it's really good with like small artillery, and I don't think we're going to be a small artillery deck. So it's really between the Lightning and the Crusader. This only draws off British orders. We do have 2 British orders so far, and it would take care of our card draw problem. Lightning's too good, though. I think we have to take the Lightning. All right. So now, another interesting pick here. 2 Matildas is pretty good. Those are our stats so far. I'm just looking at kind of what our curve looks like here, and it's a little expensive still. Fortification, if we'd gone the Crusader route, might have been good. I'm actually thinking about this naval support, though. It makes we're not really built around a naval support, though, and I think we just need some more tanks, more beef. So I'm going to go with the Matildas here. There's an argument going a different way there, though, with that pick. All right, so now those Land of the Frees would look a lot better with these Hurricanes. The Zippo is not bad, but we are very heavy on 4 right now, and I want to lower our curve a little bit, so I'm going to take this Swordfish. Ooh, a Commando is interesting. But we have 3 25-pounders. Again, we're very heavy on 4, though. Tough pick here. Tough pick. For me, it's between the Commandos and the 25 pounders. Those could be our finishers, though. Like we could just our game plan right now could just be, work on the lower end of our curve, and then the top end of our curve is all set with these 25 pounders. But the problem is that a lot of the good stuff for the Americans is either higher on the curve or more rare. I'm going to go with the 25 pounders. I got a good feeling. I just got a good feeling about it. All right, Blockade's a little too low impact. 3.5-inch anti-air, a little too low impact, a little expensive. So I'm going to go with an Engineers Regiment here. All right, more for the Kings, which I think we might need. Because we're gonna have to. We're more on the controlling end of things here, and these affect the board. So we'll take those for the Kings. Okay. Don't need these unities as strength. I think we want the 155. Well, maybe the Priest. Let's go with the Priest, because we just need to lower our curve. Wow, 3 Spitfires though. All right, we're gonna go with the Spitfires. Alright, we're very expensive so far. We can do it. We don't really need we can do it. We kind of need the card draw, though, don't we? We really want to see some Churchills or something like that. I think I'm going to go with the Hurricane in this spot. We just need some lower stuff on our curve. Ooh, 4 Corsairs. Or a 30th Regiment, which again helps us just lower this curve. This curve's a little wonky right now. We have plenty of end game stuff, so I don't think we really need those Corsairs as much. So we'll take this 30th Regiment. Okay, now we get a special pick here again. Okay, so MI5 will give us some tempo. The Alliance, we got lots of British units though. And the Alliance hits all of our units. I think as a one of, that'd be pretty good. TBF is pretty good. So it's kind of between the Alliance and this TBF for me. I'm going to go with the Alliance just because we have so many British units here. Alright, AA Barrage, Supply Drop. I'm going to go with the 6-pounder. Again, just to give us some more units lower on the curve. Curve's not looking bad now. Now I'm feeling a little bit better. We're very British. Hamptons or We Can Do It. I'm going to go with the 1 We Can Do It at this point. Ooh, and there we go. Some 5th Brigades that gives us some early defensive speed stuff while we're just trying to set up our bigger kind of 4-drop plus area. So I think those 5th Brigades are like exactly what this deck wants. All right, and another special pick here. I think I'm going to go with daylight bombing. Blackwatch is nice, but we have plenty of units at this point. I think we want a removal order. Ooh, and another Spitfire, or another We Can Do It. This Hurricane, I don't think we need. We have plenty on 4. Actually, I think we want the We Can Do It at this point. We have 3 Spitfires already. So I think we're going to go with the We Can Do It. Alright, precision bombing or another 17 pounder or a Hudson, huh? Units damaged by the Hudson get pinned, so I don't know. I think I'm going to go with a 17 pounder here. Alright, and then we have a War Machine. We're getting toward the end of our picks here. We only got a couple more. So we got a War Machine, which wouldn't be bad to help us jump the curve up to 4. 22nd Guards or 2 of these 40 mils. I think I'm going to go with 3 drops in that spot. Could be wrong. You know, you can make an argument for this one of the other ones here. Alright. I don't want to go too heavy on the artillery. I think a 1 of interception might not be bad here. And another 17 pounder. Yeah, we'll take another 17 pounder. Ooh, and then we get our elites here. Well, we're not a Commonwealth deck. We could have had kind of a Commandos deck, but this Monty's just good. It's good in any deck that we're going to build. We want a Monty. So there we go. So that's the draft portion here. We're very heavy British. Curve looks okay. Got some early kind of these 1 drops. We really want to see either Swordfish or Desert Rats. Then we got all kinds of tank removal. 5th Brigade's good at guarding us. And then we got some good kind of mid-rangey units. And then we have all this nice big fat artillery. These 25 pounders. The Lightnings to get us back in the game. And then these Spitfires and Grenadier Guards. Yeah, I could see this deck working. So let's see. Let's get into some gameplay. Alright, so our first game up here with our British USA deck. We're up against Mitrida. Okay. I'm going to throw the Spitfire back, throw Matilda back, throw a 25 pounder back, I think. Yeah, let's throw those 3 back. Okay, so we get a Swordfish to start out. We kind of got to skip turn 2. But, you know, if this keeps our opponent occupied for a few turns, that's fine. Alright, a BT7, sure. Alright, for the king. I think we're going to, if they're playing the Soviets, we're going to save this for the king until later on. Let's hit this BT7. And let's just throw our interception on, just in case. Maybe they go after our HQ with that BT7. That'd be the best, but I don't think they're going to. No, so they... Alright, so we get to keep our Swordfish, though, and take out a... So we get a 1-for-1 there, plus we get this attack in. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't think our opponent really expected an interception there, so interception gets them. Alright, LA5, that's fine. Alright, let's do... An LA5's pretty good against us. Let's do a 40 mil. And then... Let's just pass. I mean, if they attack our Swordfish, then that's good. We'll take that. That saves 4 hit points on our HQ. Alright, so, you know, the Swordfish got some work in for us. Alright, a T70 for our opponent, sure. Alright, now it starts to get interesting. Because I think we're going to use this 17 pounder to pin the T70. And we could start attacking that LA5, or LA5? LA5 with our 40 mil. Alright, so we got some artillery out there. Let's see how we do with this. Alright, Arctic Convoy for our opponents. See if they attack with this LA5. I mean, they should at least try probably and get it in at the HQ, I would think. Or if they want to trade off for our 40 mil, we'll do that. Okay, 17 pounder gets traded off. We got plenty more where that came from. Okay, I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go with another 17 pounder, pin the T70, and let's hit it with our 40 millimeter so we can take it out next turn. This deck could really probably have used some Churchills, I think, but we didn't even see one in the draft, so what are you going to do? Alright, Takasagi. Well, we can ignore essentially the Takasagi and a Kate. Okay. Oh, we get a Skua. Alright, let's go with a Skua to take out the T70. Let's take out the Kate with our 17 mil. Let's get some damage in on the Takasagi. Okay, so they're getting a little aggressive. Alright, drawing some cards. Alright, they got a kind of a little guard heavy Soviet Japan deck here. Alright, but we can do all kinds of damage. Ooh, they got this train. That's no fun for us. Alright, well, that causes some trouble. We have these for the kings, though. Alright, so I think we go for the king on their train. And I think we're going to get a double attack in at it as well. Take it out before it takes over the game, because that thing can just vomit out so much stuff. Let's take out this... Well, we can take out that infantry next turn, so let's hit their HQ. And let's see, let's guard our bomber and our 17 pounder. Alright, so they take out our 40 mil. Another LA5, okay. Okay. Alright, and then they repair their Takasagi regiment, sure. Alright, and they have a recon as well. Alright, so, lightning's very helpful, I think. I think we want to start hammering their HQ. How are we going to do this here? Got these Grenadier Guards that are going to cause them a lot of problems, so I think we're going to drop those Grenadier Guards down. And then let's bomb this. Let's bomb the Takasagi. Just to soften it up a little bit. So now our Grenadier Guards also kill it, which would be very good for us. Alright, so LA5 coming in, sure. See if they're going to trade off their light infantry here. Alright, they decide to go after the Grenadier Guards. That's interesting. Alright, Winter Warfare, sure. Takes out our 5th Brigade. Alright, then they take out our Skua. Alright, anything else for our opponent? Let's see what they got here. Alright, Yak 5. Yak 5? Yak 3, sorry. Alright. Well, let's see. Let's take out this LA5. I think we want to play both. I think we want to play this lightning on their Takasagi. And I kind of want to take out this recon regiment here, which we're going to do. Yeah, we're going to take out that recon regiment, and then we're going to play this 40 mil as well. Alright, so our opponent's got a full grip, but we're going to have some artillery and some planes coming in, which I think will be pretty good. They seem to be a little more defensive, too. See if they have any T-34s, though. Alright, a bloody sickle. Alright, they're thinking about what to do with their yak. Patriotic Firestorm, okay. Alright, so they take out our lightning with it. Alright, well, we can take down that yak now. Alright, and an 84th, okay. Alright, we get a 30th Regiment, that's not bad. Alright, let's take out the yak. Let's hit their HQ. And I think we want to actually, maybe we want to go a different way here. I think, let me go Matilda. And then I want to take this front line. I kind of want to put some pressure on our enemy, or our opponent here. So I'm going to take the front line, and I'm actually going to drop a 25-pounder behind them. So that Grenadier Guards, if it can survive for a while, we can start peppering their HQ pretty hard here over the next couple of turns. We got them on a pretty solid clock with all of our artillery here. We've gotten through their elite card. Alright, so honor, and they're going to have to destroy that Takasagi, so kind of a 2 for, well, no, they got more than we got out of it. Good play by our opponent there. But we made them use an important card for their game plan, and we still have some really good artillery coming. Okay. I mean, we're not too worried. Alright, so they get our 17-pounder. That's a pain. We can move this Matilda into the front line. We don't need it to attack. Let's take out this T-70, and let's hit their HQ for a whole bunch. And then let's pin the 84th. And we can also attack the 84th as well. I guess we didn't really need to do it that way. We could have done that a little differently, but now, unless we get 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 in at their HQ next turn. Alright, so they have 6th Airborne Guards, but we survive that, and this T-34 goes away. Okay. Alright, so there we go. Let the animations catch up here. Okay, so now we can just get in after their HQ. Let's take out the T-70. That's the only real danger for us. And we can pass the turn because this infantry is good but slow. So they have to win the game here. Because we can get 5 points of damage in still, regardless of guards. So let's do it. So early win here. Good for us with our British American artillery deck. And we were kind of really nicely set up to play against a deck like our opponent had there. So that was good luck. Alright, so we're up against Dean Richards. Oh, you Dean! Alright, we don't need our alliance. That early interception kind of really helped us out there. So let's hang on to the rest of these. Alright, so we're a little slow out of the gate, but we got a 4 the King for maybe an early tank our opponent plays. Then we got this 3rd Marines, which is really good. Happy with that. Okay, nothing quite yet for us to do. Let's pass it up. Okay, nothing for us to do again, so let's pass it again. Alright, Su-76, that's great for the King. So damaged them, and we got rid of it. The only thing better would be if we were able to bounce it somehow, but... Okay, here I think we're going to go with the 3rd Marines, and we're going to turn on our interception. The next turn we're going to take the front line with the 3rd Marines and drop this priest. Also, our 3rd Marines has a smoke screen, so alright. That's dangerous for us, but we'll trade. We'll take that out with a For the King. That's something we really gotta do. Alright, let's move our Marines and turn our interception back on. So a great top deck for us there to get rid of that T-34. T-34-85s can really take over a game. Alright, so a T-70 for our opponent. Alright, so just waiting on our opponent, see what they're up to. We got them thinking too, huh? Okay, good. We want our opponent thinking. Alright, so they have the Zippo. Alright, another For the King. Well, these For the Kings are really coming through for us. This time, though, I think we're going to save it for the moment. I think we're going to go with a... Well, first I think we're going to attack the HQ. Then I think we're going to go with a 17-pounder to pin the Zippo. Because Zippo it's a 6-4 against infantry and HQs, because that flamethrower tank. Our 5th Marines can hang out there for a while. Okay, a TBF, that hurts, taking out our 5th Marines. But that's how it goes. Okay. We would have liked to have gotten our priest online there too. Okay, well, let's take out the Zippo. I think we're going to drop our engineers and take out the T-70, and we'll also turn our interception on. Alright, so this TBF is going to be a pain. Alright, so double attack against our 17-pounder? No. Okay, good. Oh, they have a Katie, though. That stinks. Alright, so opponent's got us in a tight spot here. Ooh, a lightning, though. Okay. Alright, let's lightning back that TBF. Let's drop a 40 mil out there. Because the 40 mil can take out either one of our opponent's things out there. Okay. And the TBF is turned off now. Alright. Engineer battalion for our opponent. Okay. Alright, these Matildas are a little stranded right now because they just get TBF'd away, so we kind of got to play around that. Alright, Workers Unite for our opponent. Alright, Swordfish. Well, let's take out Katie. Gotta do that. Let's go with a 24-pounder and a Swordfish. And let's turn an interception on. Our opponent's got a lot of cards over there. We're a little bit behind right here. Alright, another Katie. Alright. Good thing is our opponent's a little slow. Alright, the Yak is back. Alright, and a 40-second rifle. Ugh, that's going to be tough. Okay. On this case, I think what we're going to do here seems a little counterintuitive, but we're going to put our swordfish in the front line, get our priest out there, take out Katie, and get our 30th Regiment out there. And let's turn this interception back on as well. Getting that priest online, I think, unlocks a little bit of stuff for us. We're trying to stay under that 5 toughness or 5 defense number too, just to turn that TBF off. But here, I mean, this is 5 damage from artillery coming in every turn. If we can get this 30th Regiment up in the front line, you know, that's going to be pretty good. All right, Burning Sky, but the interception helps us out. So that's very good. Make our opponent work for it. So now they can't, unless this yak takes the front line. Okay. Alright, and a Sherman for our opponent. Okay. And a From the People. Alright, our opponent's got some good cards in there. They have a well-constructed deck. That hurts us, though. Well, a Monty keeps us in it, at least. So let's play our Monty. We can do it. Okay. Well, we can do it, can't we? Let's try it. Alright, and a Skua. Well, I kind of want to save Skua for next turn, right? Alright, let's take the yak out. And everybody's pinned for our opponent. Now they can drop that TBF here. Yeah, here it comes. Hopefully it doesn't... Well, we don't want to hit either thing, but... Spitfire. Okay. Spitfire's pretty impactful here. Let's take the front line. And let's pin the TBF. Alright, we've got to pass it back. Alright, so Spitfire offers interestingness to us, because if we can get the Spitfire in at some attacks, you know, it's going to be very difficult for our opponent to deal with it. Alright, so taking out the Sherman, taking out the 42nd Guards, that's great. Take both of those out happily. Alright, T-34 and an 8th Cav. Okay, another Spitfire. Alright, so let's take out that T-34. Let's drop another Spitfire. Let's hit the... Well... let's hit these 80 or this 8th Cav. Alright, so we got a damaged Spitfire, a full Spitfire. But we've taken out a lot of our opponent's stuff. Alright, another Sherman for our opponent. So I imagine they're going to trade off that Avenger here. And they do. Alright, so opponent's seen a couple more cards than us, but that's alright. Ooh, a 17-pounder. Okay, good. Let's pin that Sherman. Let's drop our Matilda. I mean, we got to take out this 8th Cav, just because we can't let it run free on us. I think we got to bomb the Sherman here, because their HQ is so healthy it doesn't really matter too much right now. Alright, Bloody Sickle for our opponent, sure. Alright, let's see what our opponent's got here. These 42nd rifles are going to be tough. I mean, but we can take it out. We can like double attack it, even though I want to kind of take out the Sherman though. So what we might do is Alright, and then they have a big fat bomber, sure. And the Alliance. Ooh, that hurts us bad. That hurts us real bad. Okay. Ooh, an Alliance of our own. Wow, what a top deck. Okay, so now we can take out this. Okay, let's see. So two and 3 to take out these 42nd rifles. 5 to take out the bomber, and then 7 to take the front line. Yeah, I think that's what we gotta do. Alright, so our opponent's down to 2 cards in hand. We've gotten through a lot of their really good stuff. Alright, torpedo attack's really good for our opponent. Good play by them. And now they're probably going to take out our Spitfire. I would guess they would take out our Spitfire. Let's see what they do, though. Maybe they take out the Skua instead. Sure. Great. Keep our Spitfire. Alright, see if they're going to move that Engineers Battalion. Doesn't look like. I wouldn't move it if I was them. Alright, T-70 for our opponent. Okay, and another good top deck for us. Okay. So I think we're going to take out this T-70. We're going to take out this Sherman. And let's get some attacks in at their HQ. I'm going to hold this Matilda for now, just to give us something to play later on. But we might have got lucky there. We might have got a good confluence of cards that we wanted. I mean, that's 12 damage in at their HQ right there. I think now we're going to go drop this 40 mil just to give us another threat. Not a big threat, but just another one. So maybe our opponent scoops it up. Wow. Wow, that was a good game. What a great game. Good game, Dean Richards. Dean! Alright, so now we're up against Session. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Sure. We don't really want to play that on 3. We're going to get rid of this. We can do it. Let's see if we can get something else. Alright, Matilda's fine. Alright, Greyhound for our opponent. Okay. Oh, and we get a 5th Brigade. That's good. Alright, let's go with a Swordfish. So come in after our Swordfish. But we get a 5th Brigade, so we can protect our Swordfish, protect our base. Wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some artillery, though. 5th Brigade, or Greyhounds usually like to have artillery behind them, or fighters. It's a little light to have a fighter right now, but let's see what happens. Alright, Akita Regiment, okay. Alright, let's take out these Akitas. So hopefully they don't hit our... Okay, that's fine that they hit our base. Let's also attack this Greyhound, because next turn we can drop our Engineers and kind of heal back up a little bit. This deck kind of comes more to life on 4. Alright, opponent's got the War Machine. Alright, see which way they go with their Greyhound here. I imagine they're just going to leave it sit, and they do. Alright, so let's get an attack in. Now let's drop our Engineers just to make just to heal us back up some. So opponent's already on 6 credits though, so they're ahead of us in that aspect. Alright, Kate for our opponent. And it has Blitz, but they don't have enough. Oh, they decide not to use it. Okay. Alright, let's play this Skua and pin the Kate. Well, I guess we can just take the Kate out if we wanted to. Yeah, we might as well just take it out. Pass the turn back. Alright, so opponents on USA, Japan. Alright, they have a Liberator already. Wowee. Alright, well, we can pin a Liberator. Let's get some moves in here. And then we can still take out a Liberator eventually. So let's bomb it for 1. And then let's bomb their HQ. So it's pinned for now. So next turn we can double attack it and get rid of the Liberator. Early Liberator there, though. I mean, that can take over a game, really. Alright, P-40 Warhawk. Good play by our opponent there. Ooh, okay, the Alliance. Okay, I think we go with a 6-pounder right now, and then let's... You want to pop off the Alliance now? I think what we do is we take this Liberator out and then let our opponent attack. I mean, if they take out like the Skua, say, that's probably what I would go for, is either the Skua or the 3-pound or the 6-pounder. That's fine, because then next turn we'll Alliance and kind of catch them not where they expected us, and we've negated that War Machine that they had too. Alright, so a Jenga. Sure. Alright, so that kind of hurt us a little bit. Because we wanted that 6-pounder to pick up the Alliance. See what our opponent's going to do here, though. I mean, we're kind of at their mercy a little bit, but we can take out this Jenga. Depending on what they do with this Warhawk. Alright, so they go after our 5th Brigade, sure. Alright, so... Well, let's fire off this Alliance, because I think it's going to catch them by surprise. Take out the Jenga. Take out the Warhawk. And then let's hit their base for 4. Alright, so we got a pretty good battlefield set up for us right now. The 17-pounder, if they play a tank here, would be helpful. So we could pin the tank and then get a whole bunch of damage in. Alright, Coastal Howitzer and a Priest. Alright, and a Model 25? Okay, well, we'll take all of that out. Alright, so let's take out the Coastal Howitzer. Let's take out the Priest. I think I'm going to attack their HQ instead here. And then I'm going to drop this 17-pounder, get it pinned. And see what our opponent can do from here. Alright, lightning and a naval bombardment. Okay. Alright, well, let's see. 4, so that's 7, 9. Alright, so we can't end the game here. Opponent's on 1 card as well. It might be worth trading some stuff off. Alright, let's go 17-pounder, pin that again. And then let's take out the lightning. Oh, I did my math wrong. It only had 4 defense. Alright. Well, there we go. Okay, and then we'll have lethal damage on board next turn. Alright, and our opponent scoops it up. So that Alliance really came through for us there. Getting us our 3rd win, so we're going to at least go 50-50 with this deck. That's always good. Alright, so next one up here for our British-American stuff. That little log, here's who we're up against. Alright, we're going to put that Spitfire back. Alright, so we have early stuff to do. This Hurricane we might just drop on 3 just to get it out there. Our opponent's also on a British deck though, so they might be a little bit slower as well. Alright, nothing we can do. Pass the turn. Alright, get our 5th Brigade out there. Oh, sorry. Alright, nothing for our opponent still. Sure, let's get this Hurricane out there though, just to get a little bit bigger threat out there in the air. You know, we start popping in with a Hurricane every turn, it adds up pretty quickly. Alright, so opponent thinking about it here. Alright, so they have a Panzer 38, sure. Alright, well let's get in for 3 at their HQ. Let's drop another 5th Brigade here. Could have taken the front line there, but if they're on British-German stuff, like it looks like they must be on a control of some kind because they have so many cards in hand. They've only dropped a Panzer so far. So we're just going to protect this Hurricane for the time being. Alright, another Panzer 38 for our opponent, sure. Ooh, the Alliance. Alright, I think for now we get in for another attack at their HQ. There's so many good British or German tanks though that I don't want to waste these for the Kings. So I'm just going to pass the turn. Our opponents, yeah, they already have a full hand, so we don't actually even get hurt by a draw step there. Alright, Churchill for our opponent. Okay. We got some artillery going now too, huh? Alright, well, let's get a Matilda out there. And then let's soften up this Churchill. Alright, so they have a For the King of their own for our Matilda. Okay. Alright, what's our opponent up to over there? I mean, they gotta have some heavy hitters if, Alright, and a Hudson, huh? Okay. Okay. Alright, well, they're out of credits. Maybe they just forgot to hit the button over there. Ooh, and a Spitfire for us. Okay, Spitfire for us. Because I want to get our Spitfire out there, and then I also want to drop the Alliance on our Spitfire, because that thing is that's just a wrecking ball then. So I think I'm going to just drop the Spitfire and pass the turn. Spitfire can handle itself, even against what they have out here. Now, if they have some damage orders, that could mess up our plans, but the Hurricane's just a little more vulnerable, so I'd rather have that underneath the guards. And next turn we can fire off this Alliance and then really cause some havoc for our opponent. So it looks like they're either contemplating attacks or playing cards from hand. I mean, yeah, I guess the bomber can ignore the guard units, but Then it would put our Spitfire underneath our guards, and we're happy with that too. All right, opponent's Spitfire their own. Ooh, and we get a Grenadier Guards, huh? Okay. Alright. Well, I think it's Alliance time. Then I think what we got to do is we got to take out the Churchill. Get in 8 damage on our opponent's HQ. So you got to figure they're going to be sending everything after this Spitfire now. But our Hurricane is nearly lethal by itself. Plus these 5th Brigades are going to take out these Panzers and probably move up next turn. Night Raid for our opponent. Okay. I'm going to hit our Spitfire. Well, that's not what we wanted to happen. We rather would have had hit our base or our 5th Brigades. But it keeps this Hurricane in play too. Alright. So now Spitfire is pinned, but our opponent can only attack one more time. They only have 1 credit left. Alright, Desert Rats. It's going to take out our Hurricane. Okay. Alright, so we have this We Can Do It that's coming up. That's going to help us out. I think we got to take out these Panzers first, then we can do it. Alright, 30th Regiment. Okay. Got 9 credits, huh? Okay. Let's take out these Panzers. Let's get our... I don't really want to put our 30th Regiment out there. Okay, let's put our 40 mil right in between there. Everything is guarded here. And then this 40 mil can start doing some real damage. And I think next turn we're going to do a We Can Do It. Trying to avoid... Even we survive a carpet bombing here. Eagle's Claws. Alright, that's no good. Alright, so we gotta dodge. We gotta keep that Spitfire on the battlefield. We do that, we're feeling much better. Because we're gonna We Can Do It next turn. So hopefully our opponent's just out of... They hopefully don't have too many orders in their deck. But if they have a carpet... Well, we're not in carpet bombing range anymore, I guess. So... Hurricane, sure. Alright, this is great. Okay, good. Trade there. Okay, great. Let's go with a We Can Do It just in case our opponent has something going on. And then we're just going to go after their HQ. Alright. Winner, winner. Alright, so next one here for our British-American deck. Macallan. It's our opponent this time. A couple things to do on 2, a couple things, or at least one thing to do on 3. Sure. Alright, 506 for our opponent. Alright, so we'll just move it up, sure. Okay, let's go with a 5th Brigade. Alright, see if they have any kind of pump orders for this 506th. Alright, they have the 99th Infantry, okay. And then the Desert Rats, sure. Okay, in this case, I think we're going to go with the Engineers Regiment, just because our opponent looks like they're on maybe a little bit more of an aggressive bend, and this 5th Brigade is going to kind of bridge us into our big plains here. Alright, was that an M5 Stuart for our opponent? Okay. So I think we're going to take out this M5. And Do I want to trade here or trade here? I think we're going to force our opponent to attack us. I mean, we got 3 Spitfires in hand. Next turn we drop a Lightning, and then turn after that we start getting some Spitfire action going. Kind of want to save those Spitfires for later in the game, but hey, what are you going to do? All right, Sherman for our opponent. Desert Rats, okay. Alright, so we get a new 5th Brigade, which is pretty good. Let's drop that down. Let's get a 40 mil out there. Alright, so pass the turn back. This 40 mil can take out this 506th. I mean, if they do double attacks on this 5th Brigade to chew up their turn, we're okay with that. They're not developing their battlefield at all. Alright, so a little bit of a pain in the butt there, but let's take out this 506. Let's pin the Sherman. Let's pass the turn. So this 99th getting a whole bunch of pings in. Alright, so they have the Priest, but we can blap the Priest here. Alright, so let's get rid of this Priest. Oh, hang on. And then let's pin this Sherman one more time. Then we can blap the Sherman next turn. Alright, Hellcat for our opponent. Okay, so they take out our Skua. Okay. We get a Swordfish, huh? Okay. Okay, let's take out the Sherman. Let's hurt the Hellcat. Well, let's drop a Spitfire out there. Spitfires, that's pretty big. That's going to pretty much dominate the battlefield unless our opponent has something really good. Alright, so they have a half track. Put it back in our hand. Good play. But our 5th Brigade takes out this Hellcat if they decide to attack with it. If they don't, or this 40 mil. So we're fine either way there. Alright, Spitfire for our opponent. Okay. Either way, we're happy to get rid of this Hellcat. Even better. Okay. So here I think we're going to go with our Lightning to put the Spitfire back in our opponent's hand. We're going to take out the half track. We're going to take out, or we're going to ping the 99th, and let's drop a Swordfish out there. So the Swordfish can kind of act as like a flying 40 mil. And we still got all our Spitfires in hand, so if anything goes down, we can call in the Air Force. Alright, opponent's got another half track. Alright, they put the Swordfish back in our hand, sure. M36 Jackson, eh? Alright, well, we can't just take out the Jackson. Well, we kind of can. I think we have to take out the Jackson just because it's big. Take out this half track. And let's go with a Spitfire again. Just to efficiently use up all our credits. We haven't had a chance to really use this 30th Regiment, but it's pretty good little card. So, alright, so they have a TBF. Okay, well, we can't take out the TBF. Well, we can just drop another Spitfire, though. I don't think our opponent expected us to have another Spitfire. Alright, let's take out this 99th. Let's get this 30th Regiment out there to start giving our opponent something to think about. And then, so we survived a big shot from their TBF with this a backup Spitfire, and we're happy to. Oh, okay. So another Spitfire for our opponent. 2 more Spitfires for our opponent. Okay. All right, interception for us. Okay. Well, I think we take out Spitfire number 1, 40 mil plus the 17th. I think we take out this TBF with our 30th Regiment. And then, I think we take out this other Spitfire. And we're going to turn our interception on, and we're going to fire off this We Can Do It just to heal everything up. We get another We Can Do It, sure. Looking good, looking good. Alright, Baluk for our opponent. Corsair for our opponent, okay. Alright, well, I think we do another We Can Do It here. Move our regiment up. Drop our priest. Take out the Corsair. And let's hit their HQ. So that was a pretty rock-solid turn for us. Even carpet bombings don't scare us too much here. We would lose 2 pretty good units, but we still have some good threats on the board. Plus we have a handful, so feeling good. Alright, war bonds for our opponent. And looks like they're going to play their last card. Alright, another Spitfire. Alright, well, we're going to take this Spitfire out just like we've done with the others. Let's hit up this HQ. Let's go hit this Baluk Regiment. Let's hit that HQ. Alright, so we just soften up that Baluk Regiment just in case they have something that can get it out of 4 damage range. So our 30th Regiment here can just hold this front line while we just pop away from the support line. Alright, pinning our Spitfire. 506 for our opponent. Alright. And the enemy gives it up, so another win here. Wow, good for us. What we're up to now? 5-0 with this deck. Wow, holy cow. Alright. Alright. Going up for our 6th win here. I'm kind of surprised with this deck, but we're up against the Devil's Rejects, so it's a cool name. Alright, We Can Do It can go, Priest can go. We'll hang on to an interception. Alright. So a couple of artillery pieces on 4, sure. We're up against Devil's Rejects. They're playing a British deck, so that's always interesting. Are they going to go the Fury route, or are they going to go more the controlling route? Alright, so opponent just thinking it over there. Let's get our 5th Brigade out there. Alright, nothing for our opponent. We got our For the King ready. Got our 17 pounders ready. Probably will drop one of these 25 pounders to start. Alright, 6 pounder for our opponent. Okay. Alright, well in that case we're going to move our 5th Brigade up. Let's turn on a interception. Alright, Hurricane for our opponent. See if they're going to attack. They do attack. Okay. Alright, so that Hurricane's going to be a little bit pain. Oh, okay, well, that's helpful. Let's go with an Engineers here. And let's take out the 6 pounder. Then this Hurricane hopefully attacks our Engineers. Probably won't. I would imagine they're going to attack our 5th Brigade. But either way, as long as it attacks, just as long as it doesn't attack our HQ, then we can SCUA it next turn. and get kind of our game plan set up. Hold the front line and then start dropping bombers or fighters or artillery pieces behind it. Let's see what our opponent's up to here. They play a Churchill instead. Alright, that's great. Because now we can... Ooh, we have lots of different things we can do here. Alright, what I think I'm going to do is go with a 17 pounder to pin the Churchill. And then I'm going to take out the Hurricane with my Desert Rats. So now our opponent can't attack us at all. We're going to start pounding away with our pounder. 17, please. Oh, Mosquito. Oof. Yikes. Mosquitoes are good. Oh, a Monty, eh? Alright, well, let's do some other things first here. Let's go with a Skua to pin the Mosquito. Let's move our engineers up. I'll play an interception just to try and goad out something from our opponent. Because next turn we can Monty and maybe drop a Spitfire or a couple of 25 pounders. I don't know. Alright, opponent thinking it over here. I think we're going to go with a Monty and maybe a 25 pounder next turn. I don't know. Maybe the Spitfire. I don't know. I got to see what our opponent does. We got to see what we draw too. That's important. Alright, 40 mil for our opponent. Okay, and they attack. Okay, but our 5th Brigade survives, so that's good. Opponent looks like they have a similar deck to what we have. Yep, 5th Brigade. Okay. Alright, a 30th Regiment. Okay. Well, we got a Monty. Alright, then I think we do have to go with the 25 pounder. Because the only thing really holding us back is this Mosquito. Throw an interception on. Get some damage in at that 5th Brigade over there. Sure. Now, our opponent can't play any units, so that Monty's pretty much like take another turn for us, but let's see if they have any orders that they can play. So that's why we got our interception turned on. Alright, opponent thinking it over. Alright. Okay, 17 pounder's helpful because it can pin this Churchill again. Alright, so let's play the 17 pounder, pin the Churchill. Let's see. We can go with the... Well, I think we're going to lose the Skua either way. So I think we use the Skua because this 40 mil can take it out. So I think we use the Skua to take out the Mosquito. We lose the Skua, but we take out the Mosquito. So that's good. Alright, let's turn our interception back on. Pass the turn back. So our front line is going to crumble here. But with the Churchill pinned, we can get the 40 mil next turn and this 5th Brigade. Well, yeah, we can also just for the king this Churchill too. All right, another 5th Brigade for our opponent. Okay. Ooh, we get a lightning. All right. All right, so let's lightning this Churchill. Take out the 40 mil. Take out the 5th Brigade. Throw our interception back on. This 5th Brigade is good, but he's slow. And I think they're going to want to keep him on the HQ to shut down our lightning. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, 5th Brigade on the move. I mean, they could always put that Churchill back out, I guess. But then I think we go for the king on the Churchill and then take it out with one of the artillery pieces. You'd love to see the Alliance off the top here. That'd be epic. Alright, opponent in the tank here. I think they're trying to do some math on their side too. Alright, Churchill for our opponent. 4 credits left for them. They're running out of time though. Alright, and a Hellcat. Okay, well, we gotta take the Hellcat out. Alright, then let's for the people and take the Churchill out. I think we're going to go with a Spitfire out there instead of an attack. Just to, I mean, the 5th Brigade can only do one damage. Our opponent scoops it up, but our 5th Brigade can only do 1 damage each to each of our things out there, and they all survive. And then we just have the Air Force and the cannons coming. So another win, another good win. Alright, so trying to go for the 7-0 here up against, looks like Madden's. We'll throw the Spitfire back. Alright, we get a Spitfire anyway. Okay. Alright, well, we get a turn 1 Swordfish. That's always good. Alright, our opponent's on Japan, so see if they're playing something a little more aggressive. That's where these 5th Brigades will do really well. Okay. Well, let's just get an attack in. Hold our 5th Brigade. Sorry, the laundry going today. Laundry day here at the castle. Alright, opponent thinking it over. Alright, opponent doesn't play anything. That's interesting. Alright, well, let's get another attack at their HQ in, and then just keep our board development going here. Get our 5th Brigade down there. Then our 5th Brigade can move forward next turn, and we can drop this Priest. And this 3-3 artillery that early could be really devastating for our opponent, if they're not going to be progressing at all. So let's see what we got here. Alright, Akita for our opponent, sure. And a Rising Sun. Alright, classic play there. Okay. Alright, well, let's take out this Akita because all of our stuff survives it. Alright. Let's grab that front line. Let's throw this interception on. The Miser interception has been remarkably good so far. Alright, Me Too Regiment for our opponent. Okay, we survived that. That'll let us get this Priest going too. Ooh, an Alliance. Okay. Alright, so let's get the Priest out there. Throw our interception on. Now let's let this 5th Brigade get some damage in at the HQ. He earned it. Alright, amphibious assault, but we got our interception on. That miserly interception has really changed stuff up against a lot of opponents today. It's really made a big difference. Alright, and we get a hurricane. Okay. Alright, well, we're going to take out the Me-Too. Attack that HQ. And I think we're just going to drop a 25-pounder out there. Then next turn we can use this hurricane on the surprise attack, or this lightning to maybe get us a little bit of tempo. That miserly interception made a big difference for us. Alright, Kate for our opponent. Have to imagine it's going to attack. Alright, it doesn't. Probably should have attacked with that Kate right there. Not to tell people how to play, but you really want to take advantage if this has Blitz. So let's take out the Kate. Take out the tank. And then let's use our Hurricane to get in. So, feeling pretty good. An enemy will scoop it up there. Yeah, probably want to attack with the Kate there. So we get the 7-0. Holy cow. Alright, so all the victories and none of the defeats for us here. And we can talk about kind of the experience so far. And we don't get to see our deck. So our deck was like kind of a little more on the control-y side with all the artillery and those 5th Brigades and a little bit of interaction. So really liked that deck though. I didn't think it was going to be a 7-0 deck, but we get the 7-0 and let's claim our rewards here. Wow, we get a gold I-15. That's fantastic. We already have our playset, so that's a ton of resources. Plus we get a pack and 18 gold, so that's another draft. So that's excellent. Oh, that's awesome. So that's going to do it for our draft here. But if you like our content and you want to help support what we do, cardspodcast.com, cardspodcast.com, that's the website, or twitch.tv/cardspodcast, or patreon.com/cardspodcast. We won't be back for a couple of weeks still, but we'll try a couple of drafts. We might have some more draft videos coming out. Just kind of taking it easy here for the summer, but thanks for joining me for a draft, and we got the big 7-0. That was cool. All right, talk to you soon.